How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another installment of After the Pain. Today I'm going to be looking back at the Yellow-Headed Moray Eel bite. A bite we were super nervous about because we know firsthand how much damage and permanent damage a bite with teeth like this can do. And Rob knows way more than I do about that after suffering a permanent disability from the reticulated python bite. So we were very nervous about this. Even a small eel this size can cut through ligaments, tendons, and nerves. So yeah, this wasn't a bite we were looking forward to. Okay, so let's have a look. I actually can't remember any of this. I actually haven't watched season 2 because I was there, and I feel like I don't really need to revisit that traumatizing experience, but hell, let's do it. Moray eels have like an insane reputation for doing a lot of damage to people. Like not just puncture wounds, like almost reticulated python style damage where the teeth are just insane. And not only that, they've got 2 sets of jaws. They've got another set in their throat that comes out like alien. It's insane. And look, it's like trying to jump out the bloody aquarium. So we were really nervous about this because we've seen people lose thumbs, nerve damage, things like that. So we were like, we don't want another repeat of what happened to Rob from the reticulated python bite. So we were like, well, we can't go through that again because we're not doing this show to get like permanently disabled like Rob, and also like his finger. So we like didn't want to give the eel freedom to do whatever it wanted once it had a hold of us, because that's when it can like tear and things like that. So we decided we're gonna wrap a bandage around us just to lessen that, lessen the opportunity for the eel to drag and rip and spin. Yeah, see, I'm not happy here because I'm like, the worst thing is stretching it out. It's the worst thing. And no joke, when we're doing these bites and stings, it takes hours. Hours of setup, hours of standing around, hours of trying to handle the animal to get ourselves bitten, and it's torture. It's just prolonging like the inevitable. And obviously you can't grab an eel. It's just so we pretty much had to let the eel bite us. And that's when you let the eel have an opportunity to do whatever it wants, and that's flip, roll, shred, tear, do whatever. So we're like, we need to do something else. We need a safety net here, and we need to wrap our hands up so it can puncture and do a little bit, but it can't like rip and roll and whatever they do. See, I'm not happy. I'm like, please just let me get bitten and let's get this done with. And by the way, it was freezing cold. Freezing. I mean, it snowed once. So See, it's going after Rob's hand, so I'm like, okay, great. That might mean that it will just bite us without being handled. Yeah, so I'm voicing my concern about letting the eel do its own thing and biting wherever it wants. So we come up with the plan to bandage it. There's Dr. Ben. You know, it's like super cold, insanely windy. I've never seen wind like that in my life. And then we've got our arms in a cold water aquarium. Honestly, like we were getting so frustrated because we were just like, we just want to get bitten, stung, whatever, and leave. Because when you're cold, stuff hurts a lot more, doesn't it? Have you ever tried kicking a soccer ball when your foot's cold? Yeah, it's not fun. All right. Yeah. Oh, love the little violin. Bleep. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. See that? It's like a little pinch. But, dude, those teeth are like shards of glass. It went through the bandage like a hot knife through butter. Yeah, it got me on the knuckle as well. That hurt right in the knuckle because it's like right on bone. It bloody hurts. Yeah, sharp ass teeth, hey, bloody sharp teeth. And like if the bandage wasn't there to sort of stop it, it would have done a hell of a lot more damage. And you've seen this. Look at the blood, like a decent amount of blood for like just a pinch, basically. Oh, look at Caveman putting on my coat. Bloody good coat, by the way. Vintage. And don't go looking for him. You'll never be able to find him. Trust me. I don't want anyone else to have it. Yep. Deep burn. So deep. Decent amount of blood. Now, the producers and stuff love the blood. They love it. It just gives such a good visual for the show. So, like, you'll have a look up after you're bleeding, and they'll be like this. Like, happy with it. Not so much with the reticulated python bite, because that was, like, next level, and the crew were actually, a lot of them were in tears, because it was that traumatizing. Imagine how we felt. But there's Dr. Ben explaining stuff that we don't really listen to because we're too occupied with bloody getting hurt and in pain. I forget Rob's bite. I forget how his one ended up. So we'll have a look at Rob's. Doesn't that eel look like a banana? Like it's been sitting out in the sun for a while? Come on, Rob. You're used to grabbing hold of long, slippery, phallic objects. Sorry, Rob. Yeah, I really can't remember Rob's bite. Well, I haven't actually watched season 2. I was there. I know what it felt like. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that held on to him for a bit. Okay. It's like seeing this for the first time, even though I was standing 2 feet away from him. Oh yeah, so I got him on the like knuckle of the finger. Okay. Yeah, he's gotten some blood there. He's got some blood. Oh, and there's me returning the favor, putting his jacket on him. Man, we're good together, aren't we? Yeah, I think from memory we were trying to figure out whether or not the yellow-headed moray had venom because some of them do. Yeah, so we're explaining that it hurts way more than it should for cut like that, and because of the blood continuously bleeding, it kind of suggests that there's like an anticoagulant in the eel's saliva, and yeah, we did confirm that it does contain a venom, which is pretty cool. I loved bites and stings like this where we were like experimenting, we were like contributing to science, like making discoveries. It was pretty cool. All right. Now, I remember it scabbing up, and I do remember the pain lasting a while, and it took a while for it to stop bleeding. Um, but what normally happens is, especially with like marine bites and stings, man, it gets itchy, it can get infected, which luckily it didn't. It was just super irritating for a long time. It didn't leave any scars because it was such a fine bite, like the teeth just glided in. Bites like that don't typically leave lasting scars unless it gets infected or something like that. So that was lucky. And you know what? We both escaped with no tendon damage, nerve damage, or anything like that. So ultimately, it was a success. Uh, as far as you can rate that as a success. It's like, oh yeah, we only bled a lot and we're in a lot of pain. That's best case scenario when it comes to this. So yeah, we were pretty happy Well, as happy as you can get in that situation. Anyway, that was the yellow-headed moray eel bite, and I hope you enjoyed it yet again, as much as we did. Anyway, I'll see you on the next installment of After the Pain. Don't forget to subscribe and comment what animal you think I should take a look back on. And I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.